Well, good morning again, everyone. Again, what a joy to be with you, and these words of the gospel should ring in our hearts. Much will be required of the person entrusted with much, and still more will be demanded of the person entrusted with more. All of us could let those words resound in our hearts. There's a story of a revered rabbi once journeyed to visit a younger rabbi who was known for his religious devotion. The older rabbi was very much impressed with the young man's total immersion in prayer and study and asked the secret of his unwavering piety. The young man replied that by concentrating deeply and exclusively on his studies, he was able to ignore any outside influences that might distract him. Indeed, the older man had noticed that many of the nearby villagers were involved in activities that were quite contrary to godliness, piety, and civility. So he said to the young man, "When it is very cold, there are two ways to warm yourself. One is by putting on a fur coat, the other by lighting a fire. The difference is that the fur coat warms only the person wearing it, while the fire warms anyone who comes near." In today's gospel, Luke says, much will be required of the person entrusted much, and still more will be demanded of the person entrusted with more. His meaning is crystal clear. Our gifts and blessings, which are from God, are not intended for our use alone. They're intended for the benefit of all God's people, for those in our immediate families, to those in our parish, and maybe even to those in our larger society. Each of us has been given distinct talents and abilities, and according to God's plan, it is our duty to share them in a positive way with others, particularly to the most needy among us. A skill you or I take for granted might fill an indispensable need for someone else and have a far greater impact than anyone could imagine. A kind word, a caring gesture. When you and I encounter someone in need, even if that person is outside our comfort zone, we, like the Good Samaritan and Jesus, are required to respond with compassion. When we see injustice anywhere, we, like the prophets of the Hebrew Bible and Jesus himself, are required to speak out and pursue justice. Every person, without exception, no matter who you are out there, regardless of age, social status, net worth, mental or physical condition, has the ability to illuminate and light a fire in his or her corner of the world. It could be through your prayers out there. Maybe you're in a hospital right now out there and you're watching on this thing, but maybe through your prayers, somebody can be touched. Maybe through your kind word or your kind gesture, somebody might be touched. I know of some friends of mine, some sisters, who will sometimes say, instead of saying, "have a good day" or something, they will even add a little extra emphasis. They will say, "have a Jesus-filled day." Have a Jesus-filled day. I hope that is the case for each of you, and may you give that Jesus-filled day to everyone whom you know today, in your own little way, with love, a gesture of love, lighting a fire for all those in need.